Hi everyone. There's a lot of talk now about we don't have to pay our mortgage payments for 90 days. We're not going to get any penalties. We're not going to get our credit bad or any credit reporting and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure that I put some clarity on this, because it's not exactly the case and it's not exactly true. So here's what I've learned from sources that do have more information, more accurate information. So here's the whole idea about this. First of all, please remember that if you can't pay your mortgage payment, please pay them. Many of us, luckily, are going to get our employment checks. Many of us would be qualified for unemployment, and the good news is that the unemployment would be at 100%. So that's good news. Now that means that if you are able to make your mortgage payments, please do so. But in reference to the part where you don't, so the first thing you want to try and get is a forbearance, and a forbearance basically will help you with some wiggle room. So what does that mean? Let's say you need to pay your mortgage on the 1st, but you're only going to get your check on the 10th. Now the banks are not accepting partial payments. Because of that reason, you want to have your forbearance approved, because now you can wait until you get paid and then pay your mortgage. So do yourself a favor. Don't get yourself into the idea that you don't have to pay your mortgage for 90 days and then it's just going to go away and that's going to be the end of it. Now, the key thing to remember, if you do decide that that's what you want to do, make sure that when you call your bank, you get that agreement in writing. Don't just go with what anybody tells you on the phone. Believe me, the employees of the bank don't even know themselves exactly how this is going to work, and so on. If you call your bank 3 times in one day, and each time you get another person to answer the phone, I guarantee you, and you can try it for yourself, but I guarantee you that you're going to get 3 different answers from 3 different people. So don't get upset. Everything is so fresh and new, but please make sure that you do what you can to secure yourself and have them send it to you in writing. Now, the other thing is that I've learned that FHA, Freddie Mac, and Fannie Mae are the only ones that currently guarantee that they're not going to do credit reporting if you're late on your mortgage, and they're not going to penalize you and add fees if you don't pay your mortgage. Everybody else is still up in the air. We don't know. Nobody knows yet. But here's a good thing for you to do. What you want to do is you want to get on the phone, whether you're planning on paying your mortgage or not planning on paying your mortgage, doesn't matter. Pick up your phone, call the bank, and ask them 2 main questions. A, you want to ask them, do you still own the rights to my mortgage? And the second question you want to ask them is, who is the investor who funded the loan? Why? Because if the answer is FHA, anything FHA related, Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae, then you're in the clear if, God forbid, you come to a situation that you have to be late or you pause your payments. So anything outside of that is not guaranteed at all. So very important to do your homework before you just go with the flow. And there's a lot, guys, there's a lot of misunderstood, misinformed information out there on social media and everywhere else. Like I said before, I can't stress this enough. It's new. Nobody really knows yet. So just trying to give you the little bit of the truth that I already gathered, that I know it's true. So please do that. Now, here's another good question that somebody asked yesterday, and that was what happens to the escrow accounts. So the escrow accounts, the bank, many of us pay our taxes and insurance, property taxes and insurance through our mortgage payment. Now the question is, okay, if we don't pay our mortgage, what happens to that? But the good news is that the banks are still going to be paying for your property taxes and your insurance, even if you don't pay the mortgage. The only thing that's going to come later on is that your escrow account is going to be in the negative. But when you start making your mortgage payments, you will eventually catch up to that. So, guys, please don't take this lightly. I truly believe that lesson learned. I truly believe that our government understands that this is not an economic crisis. This is a health crisis. It's unfortunate, but I know that we will get through it all. And the last thing I want you to do is get yourself in trouble behind on your mortgage, and the inability or the challenge to catch up and try to bring yourself up to date with your payments. So if you can, continue to pay your mortgage, and then we all gonna go back to work, hopefully sooner than later. Many of us can keep our jobs when everyone is healthy and we're back to normal. And I will do my best to keep bringing you information that I have verified myself before telling you all about it. With that being said, I wish you all health, strength, and let's stay home to save a life.